Thanks for staying with us, and this is still the press coming to you live from the Abuja studios of KAFTAN TV. Right now, we're joined by Habib Gajo, a policy analyst, and we're going to be doing the analysis to some of the headlines we have read to you. Ramadan Kareem.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome to the studio, sir.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak. Right, it's good to see you again.
The Kareem too is also the same.
Okay,
oh, okay.
So we are both in the spirit.
Yes.
The spirit of Ramadan. You're welcome, sir.
Okay, quite a lot has been happening. The Naira gradually finding its way back into the hands of Nigerians, but I want to start this morning from the NLC and the CBN, and it's no longer news now that the Nigerian Labour Congress planned on embarking on a nationwide strike, which the Minister of Labour and Employment have waded into the situation, and according to this headline on the front page of the Punch, which is saying Labour shelves strike gives CBN fresh 2-week ultimatum. Now, my point is, this has been the pattern for some years now when we talk about the NLC, the Nigerian Labour Congress, and at this point now it seems more like the words of the NLC no longer carries weight. Before now, when the NLC speaks, the federal government shivers, but now it's more like when they talk, when it's 24 hours to the point of putting what they have said into action, there's always a U-turn. What is your take on the NLC, the CBN, and the whole issues around it?
Yeah, the takeaway from that story is like you rightly mentioned, that they don't carry weight again. The government don't listen to them. You see, like you said before, when the NLC speak, you understand? So it's because there is a credible leaders, people like Pascal Bafayao, that comrade Pascal Bafayao. He really gave a military government a tough time. He grounded Nigeria in 24 hours. And the government came to its knees and begged, and they came back. Since then, Babangida has never tried messing up with them until Abacha came. The same thing happened. From Kokori and so on, they made it as an organized labor. They came together and fought the government of Abacha for like 6 months. They grounded this country. They shut down the airport, the port, transportation, what have you, everything. Market, filling station, nothing is moving. So the government realized that people has power. The power belongs to the people.
All right.
You understand? So now we are seeing a NLC, a divided house. Because if you remember in 2014, when Waba and the same Ejiro contested, you understand? Despite that Ejiro won, but Waba was recognized by APC. Then they did a factional, when APC recognized Waba, PDP recognized Ejiro. When Buhari came to power, Ejiro has to collapse and allow Waba to. Now Waba has finished. Ejiro automatically
assumes the office.
The office. So he will now test his power. You understand?
Very well.
So the minister is testing, the Minister of Labour is testing the waters.
To
Because
see how much they can take them serious.
yes, whether they are also like ASU, whether he can break them like ASU, or he can do whatever he did with the medical staffs and unions. We are waiting to see.
All right.
But honestly, the takeaway on that is we watched to see the 20 how many days?
2 weeks.
2 weeks ultimatum.
2 weeks ultimatum.
Yes.
The reason why I said take away from it is when the governors went to court, they sued the president, they failed to sue the CBN,
The CBN.
and the governor of the CBN, who has the powers of monetary, physical and monetary policy. So for NLC now to go directly to the CBN and said, we need new Naira, print more new Naira, so that it will circulate.
To circulate.
You understand? Even the Supreme Court that gave the judgment did not temper or ask CBN, please print more new Naira. They are saying that
Make the old notes available.
You understand?
Yes.
And the old note has a expiring date.
Okay.
So it's a good starting from the NLC.
Sure.
Let's see how far they can go.
It's a good start, but one will beg to question, why didn't they do this earlier? Why didn't they do this since the times when, before the election, when Nigerians have been crying bitter, there's cash crunch, there's this, there's that. Why is it that they didn't do anything before then and it's now? Are they also probably looking at it from the angle of maybe vote buying and they just want the elections to be over before they come out and do something?
Yeah, all the reasons they have give to Nigerians about start money, vote buying, ransom for terrorism, corruption, and so on and so forth, all of them has failed. We saw people buying vote, even with foodstuffs. It's still a buying vote. They will take the Naira, they will give you cash, and they will give you foodstuff to vote for them. So it has failed.
We've heard that they generate a special code for you to get a bank transaction.
Yes. Kidnapping has not stopped. Paying ransom has not stopped. So what has they achieved? The corruption is all over them. Right from the government and the CBN, everybody is, all the institutions are corrupt. We have not seen the indices of corruption is going down. It's still going up. People are still looting government money. Now that the government is going out, another government is coming in, all those transition committee, what are you handing over?
So why do you think Labour took time before they came out to do something, the Labour Congress?
Yeah, because like I said, they have a in-house fight. It's a leadership tussle between Waba and Ejiro faction.
Okay.
So maybe now they have reconciled, and some will move in, some will move out. You understand?
Very well. Anyway, we just hope that they do something about it, because now they are saying they are giving 2 weeks ultimatum. They are going to be using those 2 weeks to monitor the affairs, to ensure that. Now the question is, do you think that in those 2 weeks new money will be available? Because what I see circulating is the old notes. But what difference does it make though if it's the old or if it's the new? So long as we say have up to 31st December.
Honestly, the policy of redesign of Naira, I think, was not thought deeply. President Buhari, Emefiele, the governor of Central Bank, told Nigerians that the president had given him approval to redesign the Naira.
Yes.
The Minister of Finance denied it. The president came back from, is it American, UK? He said, I gave him the approval.
Okay.
It's my approval.
All right. So
And I'm convinced that is why I gave him the approval.
a minute, please. Let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Please tell us your name. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from. You're welcome to the press.
My name is Ikechukwu. I'm calling from Delta State.
All right. Please join the conversation.
Yeah, I want to talk about this government,
Okay.
the policies of the Buhari's government. You see, over the years, Buhari's government has always come up with good ideas, but the implementation has always been the problem. So we remember that at the beginning of this government, you see that for 6 months, he could not even appoint his cabinet. Okay, they came up with the rice issue. We want to be producing our rice. We want to, farm what we eat and produce what we eat and eat what we produce. We were not ready. Yet he implemented it, and you can see. I went to buy rice the other day. I imagine me buying rice for 46,000 naira. Understand me? So now they came with changing the naira, this and this and that. It is a good thing, but the implementation, they were not ready. You can see them coming out today, they will say, we printed only 30 billion, and tomorrow they will come and say, to print another one will take 1 year. You know all these things, so why step into that deep water?
Yeah.
So that has always been the problem of this government. I know that Buhari is a good man. If you want to mention corrupt people in this country, I don't think financially you cannot mention the name of Buhari. But the problem is the people that is around him, I don't know, they just advise him and he takes up that advice without thinking twice. That we need good thinkers as leaders. Even if what is it called? Buhari overthrew Shagari. One of the advisors of Shagari, when they want to jail him, he said, I'm only an advisor. If you want to advise somebody, the person needs to think. So that is the problem of this government. It's not the policies. The policies are good, but the implementation are always against the people.
All right, thank you very much. All right, thank you so much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, Rami from Abuja.
All right, please join the conversation.
Thank you. Regarding the Naira and the NLC, it is good to put it straight that Ayuba Waba-led NLC was the worst set of NLC or administrative in the history of Nigeria. And himself and his team should go down the history of Nigeria as the most corrupt set of people as far as the labor is concerned. Having said that, it is also pertinent to say that the role that the former governor of Edo State played to crush NLC for APC cannot be ruled out. Oshomole was one of the people that gave the hint of division into the NLC.
All right.
So that was what played out that made sure that NLC got weakened for the APC to rule easily. Then coming back to the issue of Naira and security, it is very clear that the APC government have no power, I mean political will, to crush the insecurity in Nigeria. We recall that immediately the new currency was released, there was a clear video from the terrorists displaying huge sum of this currency. Up till today, CBN and all Nigerian security cannot tell us how do they get access to the fund. Also, so many transactions have been done with POS and transfer has still been done to these terrorists in paying for ransom? Yet, Nigeria securities and the so-called intelligence agency could not come up to cut up with this terrorist. So what are we saying? We only kept wasting our money in the name of security, especially in this government. I pray God help us.
Amen.
Shortly, I want to advise this KAFTAN TV. Please, the guest you invited on Monday, take note never to invite him.
Okay.
Don't invite him again until he apologizes to Nigerians. Telling us that because somebody made statement that some set of people that disrupted the election behave in unruly manner, that the person was talking about, was referring to the entire Yoruba race, and as a result of that, he has crossed the line, and he said so many things I wanted to call that day, but I couldn't get connected.
All right.
He claimed to be a journalist, but he doesn't seem to know what he's saying.
All right.
The people that have made such move, as a journalist, what has he done? What revelation has he revealed? What statistic is available to him? How many people have been punished? And he expects Nigerians to keep quiet?
All right. Thank you very much.
In fact, the boys are very accommodative. If they were to be different tribes in this country, I believe it would have gone worse than what you are facing at the moment.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
I think he raised the issue of the first guest raised the issue of the implementation of policies, and this guest is also talking about Ayub Abawa as one of the worst. His administration as one of the worst when it comes to the NLC. Would you agree? Yeah,
I quite agree with him. If you are going to assess the Buhari government from 2015 to date.
So you think Ayub Abawa was...
All his policies, I'm not talking of Ayub Abawa now, I'm talking about the policies of the government.
Okay, the implementation. Okay.
And the implementation. All of them somersaulted.
Why is that so?
It's because he don't have the right people, he don't have the expert, he don't have the technical know-how to implement his own policies. He just trusts people and give them the mandate to go and do it. Look at FCT. What is the FCT minister doing? If you take Gige as Minister of Labor, what has he done? Minister of Education, Minister of Health. You don't even hear about Minister of Health or Minister of Trade and Investment, Commerce, Chambers of Commerce. All of them collapse. The economy collapse. Everything. And how can somebody come and give you a convincing letter of redesigning of Naira, and you gave him approval without assessing the implementation of the redesign of Naira? Before redesign of Naira, all these banks are weak. They are weak. They don't have the capacity to obtain the new Naira. If you notice from last year, every quarterly MPC meeting, lending rate always is being increased.
Yes. From
14% to 15% to 16% to 17%. I think now it's 18%. 18%. So you are putting the banks in a tight corner. You are putting the financial sector in a tight corner, where you are like strangling the economy. And the duty, the responsibility of these two officials, one is the commander-in-chief, the second one is the governor of Central Bank, is to protect. One is to protect Nigeria. The governor of Central Bank is to protect the economy and the currency. These are the responsibility they throw away. They are playing politics. Jamborees meeting here and there, traveling up and down, spending our money in Esther and packing our Nigerian Air Force somewhere for like how many months, going to the hospital, medical tourism, for unnecessarily. If you take foreign exchange policy, there is a floating market, there is a flexible market, there is, and they created parallel market, there is interbank price, there is another window of foreign exchange. The marketers and the manufacturers are not getting the foreign exchange. It's only politicians that assess it. There is from M where they will go and fill with a company that don't even exist. And they will access 20, 30, 40 million dollars for what? And the market is here, is not moving. Now, day before yesterday, the assessment, not even from Nigeria lost 21 trillion. And up till now, the government did not come out and tell Nigerians that this is what we in.
Okay, let's...
We're not in anything, we're losing money.
All right, let's put that aside now and talk about the crisis currently rocking the People's Democratic Party as the embattled chairman, Iyorchia Ayu, heads to court. Also, PDP has appointed an acting chairman in person of Damagum to run the affairs of the party. In another vein, Damagum has said that he only accepted the appointments just to fulfill all righteousness. Elsewhere, the leader of the G5 governor, Governor Wike, has come out to say that the Iyorchia Ayu is gone for good. At a time when PDP are having litigation cases in court as regards the February 25 presidential poll, this does not seem to be the best of times for PDP. And there's, according to the news again, there's a little bit of animosity between the camp of the presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar and the camp of the G5 governors. What's your take on?
Sir, please, before you continue, let's just quickly take this call. It's been on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome to the press. Fine, thank you, Chief Aro.
How was your night?
Great, thank you.
Yeah, my name is Chief Aro.
Yes, we know. You're welcome. Please join the conversation.
Somebody else.
Could you please turn down the volume of your TV set? We can hear you. Yes.
Okay, I will do that. Let me call you back.
Okay, great.
Oh, okay. I have done that.
All right.
I've done that.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I want to congratulate your analyst. Hello?
Yes, he can hear you.
He has done well. He has performed very well. But there is one thing I want to tell you people. Just like the last caller said, you see, you brought one analyst that yesterday, and then before yesterday, when I was talking about what happened in Lagos, with particular reference to the Igbo, whatever it is, he insulted me. Don't ever bring that type of boy to your patient again. He insulted me and he was telling me that the person who spoke after me is more reasonable, more than me. That small boy. I was shocked. That guy, if you don't take off from your patient, he will spoil your patient. I'm so much annoyed with that boy. In fact, if I have seen him that day before yesterday, I was telling him that he's not more Yoruba more than me.
Apologies, Chief Aro.
He was still insulting me. That is by the way. Let us now come to this Lagos, this PDP crisis.
Okay.
Let us now come to this PDP crisis. You see, there is one thing which is very clear about Ayu. There is always a time for everything. Ayu, if he had resigned before now, he would have been a hero. Now they have made useless out of Ayu. Look at what is happening now. They have removed Ayu. And I know that they are not going to replace him again. One has to be a gentleman in anything that one does. Now, if he feels that he has the power during that time, now they have really removed him from the world, just like what they did to Olamide. So it should be a lesson to all the politicians. God bless your patience. God bless all of you over there. God bless my good friend Adeniyi.
Thank you
God
very
bless
much.
you too, Chief Arel. Hello, good morning.
Beautiful morning, Hassan, and beautiful morning, gentlemen. Gajo, beautiful
morning.
You are on here, Bendy from Kano.
Good morning
Good
to you
morning.
too.
Yeah, beautiful morning. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate Gajo. Happy Ramadan, and then let me go straight to the point. Let me begin with the issue of the economy.
Okay.
11 May, I've been saying this long ago. The financial system of the nation and the economic system, they are not in the same ground. And then one will not agree until you look at the issue of the National Economic Council, which is a committee under our constitution. It's a committee under our constitution chaired by the Vice President of the nation. And then CBN governor also is part of that committee. And then secondly, the whole governors of 36 states, they are members of that committee. So you ask yourself, this is a committee set by the Constitution of the 1999. If we are going in this way of economic system, what is wrong with the system? It shows that the financial system of the nation and the economic system of the administration, they are not in the same ground. That is number one. And also, if you look at the issue, I could remember somewhere, somehow, September 16, 2019, Mr. President made a committee named Presidential Advisory Economic Council Committee, chaired by Bob Doing Salani. What happened with the Economic Advisory Committee? Remember, January 2022, Mr. President pronounced Doing Salani as economic advisor. What happened with the advice? Why are we where we are today? Why are we expecting the international community to come and rehabilitate our nation? Why is it until the World Bank tell us that our economic system is wrong? Why is it until IMF tell us our economic system is wrong? Remember, in 1974, when Alhaji was a financial minister, Nigeria gave IMF a loan. I cannot remember exact how much it is the amount. But Nigeria gave IMF loan in 1974. What happened then? So you see, there are so many things that are going wrong. Until we get things right before we pass the cracking wall. Otherwise, we keep on going on this present predicament, which I don't pray for. Lastly, the issue of PDP. Let me be honest with you. Whether we like it or not, PDP is the giant opposition party without any merger. Therefore, Mr. Atiku Abubakar has a lot to do on this crisis. He has a lot to do. Otherwise, things will go apart, which I don't pray for them. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
From Kano.
All right, thank you so
very
much. Quite a lot has been
Just
said.
a reminder, just to remind you the question, the whole crisis about the currently rocking the PDP. And just before you respond to it, this goes out to all our esteemed viewers that we sincerely apologize for any ill-timed comments that may have caused a little bit of an upset in the course of the program.
Sincere apologies.
Sincere apologies. So,
back to the question.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, PDP was a foundation of unity in Nigeria. PDP fought the military in order to bring back democracy. So at that time they were opposition to the military government. Now that they lost power, they are opposition to the ruling party APC. The former. So all what they did is how can they come back and reunite the country and bring back Nigeria as one united, formidable, strong country with a strong leader. Unfortunately, some few elements in the PDP, more especially the governors, have not seen that. Because taking power from APC at that time is necessary, because even now that the APC won, we are not sure what are they coming to do. We didn't see their blueprint. They didn't tell us their agenda. They did not promise us anything. All what they said will continue from where Buhari stopped. And anybody that will continue from where Buhari stopped will now land us in Somalia or Afghanistan. Definitely, because nothing is happening. So we don't know what APC is coming to do. So for those elements, the governors to sit down and look at it with sincerity of purpose, that look, we need to defeat APC and bring back our country. They refuse. They went away. Somebody, because, for example, now Tunumbu won primaries. He was accepted. He won the presidential. He's accepted because he's May 29. He's going to be sworn in as a president, commander-in-chief. Nothing will stop that. You understand? Because you can't create vacuum constitutionally. You understand?
Very well.
So for Ayu to promise the PDP that immediately after primaries, if another emerge as a candidate, I will resign. Somebody will take him. Will step in.
He changed the statement that until after the person emerges as the president.
You understand?
President, yes.
So Damagun coming in, even if at that time, even if Ayu step down, it's still Damagun that will act. Is in the constitution, unless if they call a mini convention. And mini convention at election seasons is not healthy for internal democracy of a party. You understand? So they failed to understand, and they did not play the internal democracy of their own political party. They all went and did anti-party.
So now,
so the warriors who are fighting Ayu has succeeded. Ayu that is fighting the G5, he's also succeeded, because all of them lost.
Okay.
You understand? They lost their senators, some lost their governors. It's only Makinde
that was able to.
They are able to survive.
Now, the center of attraction in this whole thing, in this whole issue here now, is the presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar. Now, as things stands now, what role can he play now to bring back the party? Because we can recall after the 2019 general elections, which he contested and lost also. Ordinarily, he should have stayed back and tried to play the father figure and put the party back together again. But it was the likes of Wike and Uche Second, by bringing in Uche Secondus, that that was able to bring back the party and give it some kind of life again. At this point now, what role can Atiku play to bring some unity to the party?
First of all, they need to call a NEC meeting a general meeting to reorganize, restructure, and reform the People's Democratic Party. To reposition it from the old to the new.
Possibly,
you understand?
Possibly consider amending their constitution.
Yes, amending their constitution.
Which should have been, sorry to cut you, which probably should have been a step that they should have taken before now.
Because already you have have acting chairman. So the chairman will come from the south. So definitely there is going to be a convention after these litigations. They will still go back to the drawing board and strategize to reform the party, reposition the party, and rebuild the party. Because the enemies, the enemy of enemy of enemy of enemy. If you notice, how many people are you suspended? He suspended many.
Yes.
You understand? And he sent some to disciplinary committee. Likewise in APC. APC also suspended many. So even in Nasarawa State, where the national chairman came, even now that the national working committee of APC are in a loggerhead with the presidential candidate. You understand?
Very well.
So PDP need to take its position as a strong opposition, the way they fought the military. Let them fight for Nigeria to unite, to be strong politically, socially, and economically. This is what will bring Nigerian glory back, because then we used to have
so are you trying to say that it's just the PDP that can bring Nigeria's glory back?
Yes.
So what about other political parties that are actually emerging?
Well, you said margin. You see, the reason why people, Nigerians are looking up to the PDP is because PDP has a policy document about our economy, our security, our infrastructure, and our social.
What about the ruling party?
The ruling party, they came to power just to fight for their own enemies.
All right, thank you so much for your time. We would have loved to continue the conversation, but our time is far spent. But in all of this, my takeaway from all you have said is the fact that for a country to function properly, in as much as we have a ruling party, we need a very strong opposition to keep checkmating the activities of the ruling party and to keep them on their toes. Once again, thank you so much for
you're welcome. Let me add up something. Even the APC now, they don't have a clear majority to form a government.
Okay, we'll discuss that in our subsequent episodes. All right, viewers at home, thank you so much for your time on the program today. Do want to join us again, same time, same station tomorrow. My name remains Francis Adeniyi.
And I am Olamide Alhassan, and from all of us in the nation's capital, have a nice day.